Welcome to my garden bed tour. This is update number 3 of the garden beds in our backyard, as well as the one that is outside the fence. Here we go. This is the cilantro that has gone to seed, gone to coriander, and the pollinators actually really dig this. And I didn't think that they would because it's such a small flower, but I have seen a ton of bees on it. This borage is definitely a pollinator favorite, and I can't catch any of them on it right now, but there really are typically so many. We've got a little sunflower down there. These are our radishes that went to seed. We put up this to hopefully help our dog from getting into the garden bed and eating all the strawberries or rummaging through the strawberries. So let's see if we have any strawberries available. So we've got some really tiny guys, some really small strawberries coming in. We're considering potentially doing them in a green stalk or something similar next year to get them kind of off the ground and away from predators. Here are our grapes. We really need another trellis for them because they are growing up and out of control. Got little tendrils hanging off. They're looking for something to hang on to. This is my sweet potatoes that I planted. You can see a video for that transplant up in the corner. Here is another one of our sunflowers. He still has sunflowers popping through. We've got some onions down here. Got some basil down here. More basil, and this one did get eaten up by pests. Also got some sweet potatoes down there. An onion that is doing great being shielded. These onions over here that are kind of in the shade are doing a little bit better, it seems. Here is Kid of an Hour's red warty thing. This is my crazy and wild cherry tomato growing all outside of his bush. Cool to see him continue to produce fruits. We are starting to get some more jalapenos. I've got a little tomato down here. He hasn't gotten very big yet. More basil, which may need to be topped so it doesn't go to seed quite yet. This cherry tomato is really ripening up quite nicely. He is still kind of getting crazy and big. So remember y'all, I'm not a tomato person. There's no way that I'm in any kind of tomato competition, but I know the tomato that I would submit for the tomato competition if I were in a tomato growing competition. Y'all check out the size on this guy. Look at him. He is so big. And I'm sure he's from a fasciated blossom, but still huge tomato that is still pretty healthy and just minimal amounts of cat facing. Here's another large one. This is probably another fasciated blossom, but it still looks great. This guy, as we wrap our way around these big guys, another one over there. I mean, these are so big they're laying on the ground. We also have a little guy growing in here, and this is a separate plant, but he did kind of mesh together with the other. Here is the tomato that was grown in the patch with the peppers, and it looks like he has some serious issues going on. We've got spots everywhere, breaking, hornworm damage. Yikes. It also looks like he got attacked by ants. Wow. I would say he is not living his best life. I've got some Thai basil here. Hopefully my idea was to help with the ants. Also getting some Korean dark green peppers. Some of these will turn red, so we're not picking them yet. This one is dried already. Here we have some habaneros, and they don't look nearly as scary as those Trinidad scorpions. Here's a pepper. This pepper right here has come back to life. This guy is starting to get some flowers on him. Another Korean dark green with some peppers on him. Another habanero here. We planted peach habaneros and one other type of habanero. Not everything is fruiting here yet, but everything is now growing again, getting more leaves on them and looking healthy. It is 1,000,000 degrees out here. We've got one more garden bed to go through. I've wiped off nearly all of my makeup, and my hair is getting crinkly and sweaty again. So I am going to take you guys to the last garden bed, and then we will be done with today's garden tour in the heat. Our first little tomato appearing on this guy. On the early girl that was not damaged in the video above, she has one blossom on her and one fruit. We'll see if she produces any more or if that's her contribution. This is the black creme, which is actually continued to fruit despite not having many leaves. This branch right here getting new leaves, and I believe this is rooted down. Got some cherry tomatoes coming in. Finally seeing some more flowers on these. Was starting to get concerned that these weren't growing like they should be, but I am seeing new flowers everywhere. First set of flowers on this recently transplanted, and also some new flowers down below. This guy we are actually going to pick with my neighbor as soon as I get done filming this video. This one as well, it has split. I did notice these will rot very quickly, so gonna get the neighbors out here to pick those. This is getting its first fruit, which is great despite some of its yellow leaves down below. The tomatillos out here may be water deprived, so probably gonna have to adjust my watering a little bit to make sure this gets water. Here is another large tomato, and I believe this may be another cherry or a paste tomato here. This is definitely a paste tomato. These are quite large, so not sure what they'll be. I did put some basil out here to help protect against pests. These two transplants really not looking good, so ideally we'll need to get them some more water. They may be pretty far away from the water source, which may be causing their issues. And this recent transplant is doing good. This was what I planted after that early girl died an unfortunate death. And this big rainbow, although its leaves were yellowing, it is starting to get some new growth. Here's our turtle friend, keeping an eye out. Thank you so much for watching this garden tour in the heat. I've shown all of the garden spaces now, and this is your update number 3 of my backyard garden space. Thank you and have a great day. Be sure to fuel up on positivity.